Good morning, Vietnam. Right. What movie is that from? Some of y'all are going to be too young to know that, and it's actually a true story. Ask your parents. I've got it on VHS and all the cool things now, the DVD. If you don't know, you're probably too young to be here. Get out of here. I'm kidding. All right. Good morning, YouTube. I am missing my much beloved radio show this morning on my way to work, so y'all better damn well appreciate this. Okay, good. And waiting on the light because I got out of my house 2 minutes too late. Okay, so the masks. The masks. First off, I want to point out I'm not an ignorant hick or stubborn hick. No disrespect to hicks. I mean that in the nicest way, just for lack of a better term, hick, redneck, because that's what people, even if they don't say it, that's how they're talking. It's like that's the way they see people who don't want to wear masks. I want to get that out of the way. This isn't me just saying I don't want to wear a mask just because, or because I don't want to. Even though we've all got that side to us. Fellow employee. Alright. I am on my way to work this morning. And I have some things I've been thinking about for, what? Probably the end of the shutdown here, which was beginning of May. And it came up strangely with my mom last night when I was talking to her. And she, like a lot of people, she's on the nomad. You can't force people. I'm all about herd immunity. She was on the fence that wasn't against masks. She just wasn't for them. Didn't really need them. And like a lot of people, now all of a sudden that things are spiking again. She's totally changed her tune. Alright. And then I put them in my notes because I was going to write them down, but I didn't feel like getting out pen and paper before I went to bed, so put them in my notes. Using the microphone on my phone. Y'all shifted. I know y'all can't see me, but get over it. We'll do a better video another time. So I jotted them all down using my microphone on my phone, put them all in my notes. For some reason, after I got done, it did not save. Maybe it was too long because I literally put everything down I wanted to say, not just the points. I don't know. Shouldn't have let me put all that down there. So, got some things to run through to put on your brain. First off, a mandate is not a law, okay? If it was, if they could make it a law, they would do that and they would call it a law. They're more like guidelines. The only time a mandate should be listened to is when you are evacuating. And in that case, there's no argument there. If something that bad is actually happening, that you will die. Oh, yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. Like the government, whether or not they have your best interests at heart right then and there, they truly are doing their job in keeping you safe, whether that's their intention or not. And if you don't listen, you will die. Alright, but calling a mandate a law is like calling income tax legal. It's not. And yet we've become so numb to it, to income tax, right? Taxation on the money we make. That as much as we may complain and bitch about it, we'd rather just pay because it's so much easier. No one wants to do the hard thing. You know what I'd rather see? all of us stand up collectively, because that's the only way anything will ever work in this country again. Collectively, or we will get no 15 minutes of fame. No one will listen to us. No one will see us. But we have to do essentially one at a time. But collectively as an entire nation. So do it a group at a time, group or two at a time. So that they can't ignore us. So they can't wait till we go away, till we lose our momentum. Mandates are not laws. And even if they were, does it seem to be helping our country at all? Second point. You don't get to take You don't get to make choices for people. You don't get to tell them how to live their lives. Right? And quote Bear Independent. You don't get to protect me from me. This is the way I go out. If this is the way all of us go out, then that'll suck. I don't want our country to fall apart or completely, literally die away because of this. Because of a stupid virus, something we can't even see, and because we didn't want to wear a mask. That'll suck, but if that's our destiny as a nation, if that is our fate, then so be it. It's not about me being stupid. In fact, there are very good reasons why not to wear masks. Third point. In our conversation last night, my mother brought up Vietnam. Apparently, in her research, she's come across Vietnamese numbers on the virus, and they've only had to date, or as of yesterday, 367, 397, somewhere in there, cases within our country. I want to say 367 cases, and not a single death, according to them. And that was after me saying, well, people that feel this way about masks are worried about government overreach. And my mom mentioned Vietnam, and I'm like, well, it's a communist country, so to socialist, to a degree. I'm not as well versed on Vietnamese politics present day, so I won't say anything more than that, but obviously they are to some degree a socialist or communist country. And that's why it's stabilized after we left. We finally just let them have it the way they wanted. If that's how they wanted it, fine, we left. And it's stabilized after a lot more violence, which is why, because they finally killed people that disagreed with them. But it's stabilized. It's just like, oh, they're wearing, no one's getting sick. And apparently that's common cultural practice there. When you're sick, you wear a mask. Yeah, and that's how it's always been. In like China, there's so much smog there all the time. In parts of Vietnam, they have to wear masks. But that's because their government has made that a norm. Their government dictated that, mandated. Please. She's like, what does that have to do with it? Or are you not listening to anything I just said? The people here in this country who are worried about what the mask means, what it represents, It's the direction our country is going. Did you think I meant hippie land? No, they're worried about a dictatorship. They're worried about communism. They're looking at the rest of politics right now, and they're saying, they're wondering how can it not go to that? We're already seeing this country turning more and more towards socialism and communism. And here you've got Vietnam, a country which wears masks all the time because it's the norm. And they happen to be a communist country. So, yeah, that's what it has to do with that. Case in point. Not gonna let me over. I'm gonna come over in front of him anyways if he doesn't, because my lane's ending. Alright, yeah, move truck. So I'm trying to remember all this for you guys. I made some very good points last night. 0.4. I guess we're on 4. All this seems stupid to them. It's like, first off, are you so naive in your belief, in your perspective, that you cannot acknowledge and even attempt to see the other side of the argument? And of course they are. Why would we even blame them? We're human. Humans are not good at it. But calling us stupid for it? And first of all, if you really are not wearing a mask just cause, you are being stupid. But that is your right, and that is your right, that is your right, that is your right. But you are being stupid. If you expect nothing to happen and not to cause a scene, and which turns into you making a scene and getting your 15 minutes of fame in a way you don't want, and looking like an idiot on TV in front of the whole country. I don't like the mask, but I always have one, or I have something to cover my face with on me. Or, I mean, if that's the hill you want to die on, fine, I don't. And I'm not going to let them make me wear it through that feeling. But I'm also not going to be stupid about it. It's just easier to put on a mask, and I know sounds like I'm not taking my own words to heart, but that's not me caving and just doing what's easier and letting them get away with it. That's just being smart, guys. I mean, you gotta pick your battles. If there's no real need to wear one where you're at, then don't put it on, but have it on you. And if you're in an area, if you're at a store and it's crowded and you go and you know you're going to be walking close to people, going to be near people, put it on. If they tell you to put one on, put it on. Enough said. Sorry about that. You're probably looking at my crotch. Just put it on, guys. The other part of that, which my mom said, which I found very, very hurtful. It's like, you're saying that to me. I've already made it clear I'm one of these people. People that aren't wearing masks are selfish. First of all, you're going to group us all together like that? People that don't want to wear masks and aren't wearing masks, selfish. I'm worried about the entire country. I'm being selfless here. I see what no one else has seen. Seems like plenty of us are seeing this, but we're all scattered we all feel like we're on our own here. Selfless or selfish? I'm not being selfish, Mom. There's something much, much, much bigger at stake here. You can't even see it. The moment our rights start getting taken away. This isn't me doing it just because. I actually have very good reasons for this. I've actually done my research. I've actually thought about it freely because I am a free thinker. Something our country is constantly trying to grind away. I don't just actually watch the news. I actually do my own research and I inform myself. But your rights are your rights. They cannot be taken away. They're not conveniently there to written on our historical founding documents to be there up until the moment when you actually truly need them. They are guaranteed to you. That's why they wrote them down. They are timeless. That's what I'm worried about. They're trying to undo that. These are rights, not... They're not there to be taken away when you truly actually need them. And the reason they are there are to protect us in situations like this, not everyday life when they really don't matter. But for situations and times are tough. That's what they're there for. And the government, the regime, it's not about them. My mom's like, oh, well, doesn't it talk about our basic rights? Give us power. They are about what we have the power to do. They are telling us the powers we have, the powers we were granted. That's why this country was founded. If you're telling us that in the moment when they are most important, more important than ever, in our most dire moments, that it's okay to ignore them, then what's the point of having this free country we live in? Oh yeah, if your rights are restricted at all, if you are not totally free, then how are you free? You do not have freedom. That's not what freedom is. Because you're being told, even if it's just one little thing, you are being told what you can and can't do, and therefore you are not free. Our nation was inspired by and based off of what God did for us and given us free will. Period. Free will. As in freedom of choice, the greatest freedom. Because everything in life is choice. It means doing whatever you damn well please. Freedom of choice, which leads into freedom of expression, the commonly known name for the First Amendment. These are basic, instinctual, natural rights you just automatically have from being alive. That's why they are called basic rights. These are the rights we were endowed with from our Creator. And just being born, we have. Not born in this country, just born. And this country was created to protect you and allow you to live with those rights. Point number 5. Number 5. And I think I've hit everything I wanted to hit, touched on all of them. Pretty much. Believe me, your basic rights are they are not basic. They are nowhere near that. They're very important. For the moment we choose to forget that, the moment we start getting rid of those, and we were granted away, but you can't just say, all this change they're trying to force in this country, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, everything. You can't just do these things. People have rights, and they're all inclusive, except towards people that disagree with them. But you can't just take something away because it's hurtful to you or you do not like it. And we have ways of... Our founding fathers were so brilliant. They even gave us a way to destroy ourselves, a failsafe, and allowed us that free will. If we wanted to destroy this great country, they worked so hard in building for us. Like God giving us free will, they gave us free will. We have amendments to our Constitution. The first 10 of them are our basic rights, and they are known as the Bill of Rights. Guess what they gave us the power to do? Amend those amendments. Now, God help me if any of you ever do. But again, if that is to be our destiny, then so be it. Your rights are your rights. You can't undo that. And these are things that exist whether a country recognizes them or not. Again, they are natural rights you are born with. The right to live. The freedom of choice. Well, all of our basic rights sum into how we want to live. Life, liberty, and property. John Locke. Or as we paraphrased it, Birth of Our Nation. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The moment any of these things change is the moment we start to lose our country in any one of those points. May be too far, too late, too far gone to turn back from. So why would you risk that? The moment you start stripping away at our country, the moment our country is no longer our country. There's not a doubt in my mind that I am living in a time where I will see my country end. Don't know when, but I know it's going to be in my lifetime. I hope not. I don't want it to. But it's going to be in my lifetime. Our lifetime. Going on 30 years old. I have plenty of life left. Plenty of time for it to happen. But this is how it starts. It's something really the government. We're all arguing over something so petty, and the government is going to try and control us over something so petty, so tiny as wearing a mask. That's an extremely slippery slope, and you say, yeah, but that's how revolutions are sparked. That's the kind of meddling that leads to civil wars. Now, I do not want to see my country, my home fall apart. Point 6, I believe, point 6. I was also told to stop trying to be so knowledgeable, stop acting so knowledgeable. Why can I not be? First of all, I can have an opinion. That's also right. And these things are there. These rights are there. Regardless what's happening, regardless how you feel, they are your right. They are untouchable. And they are there so that you can't do that. That's why we have them like that. The fact that they are untouchable and protected from the government is what protects us from the government trying to touch them. This is why people from around the world still flock to this country. Think about it. In much of the UK now, you can't even have knives in your home, in your possession, anywhere. So to the point where I remember, I think it was early 2019, early last year, they were trying to ban the sale of even kitchen cutlery within London. Okay, I guess we'll just start karate chopping everything then, or trying to push our fork through everything, or just going back to 1600s, or being a man on a trail and just tearing hunks of meat off on our fork. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind that, but come on. And the choice there is taken away. Stop acting knowledgeable. What makes me knowledgeable or not knowledgeable? Because I haven't done anything that sort. What do you have to do? I put it to this. A man can know everything about running a train except how to run a train. He can know everything that makes a train run and operate. And then he gets a chance to play conductor, to play train driver. Now, I don't know anything about running a train, so if I say something wrong, calm down. But he gets a chance to drive a train. He won't have any idea what to do until he gets the hang of it, because he'll know everything that needs to be done. He'll know how to operate it. But now he's out of his element, right? He's read, he's learned, but he's never actually done it. So he's not proficient at it. He's not practiced in it. But give him some time to figure out the lay of the land, right? To actually figure out how to do everything he knows how to do. Now that he's actually there, he'll catch on. He'll catch on quicker than someone that has no ideas and is being trained on the spot. So you don't have a certain level of knowledge when you haven't gotten involved in doing something, sure. But that doesn't mean you know nothing about it. It's called I read and I informed myself. Oh. Crazy drivers in this part of the country. So that man may not know how to run a train, but he knows how to run a train. The problem is, right now, our country isn't running. It's barely even crawling. And that's what I'm worried about. So, case in point, lose the mask, people. But don't be stupid about it and pick your battles. Don't give that other side of this argument any more ammunition, any more reason to call us stupid or selfish. I found that incredibly rude. Thank you, Mom. Don't give it to him. All right, guys. I'm at work now, so yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I think I touched on everything I had thought of last night. VHS. How many of y'all out there watching out there actually know what that is? Saw my first pair of boobs. Like so many of us on a VHS tape. Alright. I'll talk to you later. I'll try to get another video out today. I'll definitely try and do a Bible reading today. But for now, I can't take y'all in there with me and work. Working in no metal zone, so my phone's going to be locked up in the locker. So, if I don't have to go to my second job after this, which I may, totally forgot to find out yesterday, so I'm going to have to call over my lunch break here. So, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day, YouTube.